e-lecture, a video lecture topic is high frequency heating method. A frequency range of 5 to 500 kilohertz frequency. In that we are going to study dielectric heating and induction heating. This is the figure of dielectric heating. In that a dielectric material you put between two metal electrode and high frequency AC supply pass through it, so it produce dielectric losses and the heat will be produced. Wasted energy appears as heat called dielectric loss. The non-metallic material which poor thermal conductivity can be very effectively heated by dielectric heating. In that we put non-metallic material here, so that we can produce dielectric loss and heating. Dielectric loss is proportional to the frequency and square of the supply voltage. Frequency can be selected between 10 to 30 kilohertz and very high voltage. When a solid dielectric material, we can say that insulating material is subjected to an alternating electric field, it is not supposed to carry any current. So by separated by two electrodes, one electrode get positive ions and another electrons get negative ions, so there is a electrostatic charge between that, and very high field electric field will be generated. It is not supposed to carry any current due to insulating material or dielectric material. However, in practice some leakage current pass through it and power loss is take place. This loss is called as dielectric loss and result into heating of dielectric material. The application of dielectric heating, most probably for heating of insulating material, so its application based on that material. Plywood industry, sand core baking, plastic industry most probably use dielectric heating in that area for plastic bending, making reuse of plastic in many things. Tobacco industry, bakeries, electronic saving, dehydration of food for remove the moisture from the food, so this process called dehydration of food. In that method we are using dielectric heating method. Electromedical applications and book binding. Some advantages of dielectric heating: heating is very quick, the efficiency is higher, heating is uniform, being free from smoke, dust, process is very clean. In this operation no smoke, no dust will generate, not harmful for environment. There are no flue gases, no risk of pollution. Heat is produced due to dielectric loss occurs in material itself, so that's reason the efficiency is very high. Now the next topic is another high frequency heating method is induction heating. In that induction heating there is a two type: core type induction heating and coreless induction heating. The metallic bar placed in the copper coil is rapidly heated to a high temperature by induced current from the highly concentrated magnetic field. This is work from principle of transformer. In the transformer, supply is utilized by secondary. When alternating current pass through conductor, then the alternating magnetic field will be produced. So in that the supply is high frequency generator and it's given to resonant circuit, then given to copper coil, so the magnetic field will be produced. So now the operation of this induction heating will discuss in next slide. Induction method is based on principle of electromagnetic induction. When alternating current flow in a conductor, it produces alternating flux. If any other conducting material is placed in this magnetic field, the magnetic flux, due to magnetic flux, EMF gets induced in it. This induced EMF drive eddy current in that piece, and due to this eddy current there is a eddy current losses. So we, from the eddy current losses, we get heat. So in this figure we can see that the supply given to current given to in coil, and the magnetic field is generated, and in that field we put a conductor or a solenoid, so induced current is passed from it. Factor for induction heating: it is proportional to the relative permeability. Heating produced in magnetic material is more than non-magnetic material. Heating is proportional to MMF, magnetomotive force. This force can be varied by changing current or number of turns. When this force is directly proportional to current, when current is high, the force is very high, and if number of turns is very high, so the field is very strong. Heating effect can be increased by higher frequency supply. When the alternating frequency is very high, so rate of change of frequency is very high, and it will generate very high magnetic field. The first method in induction heating method is direct induction. In this, current are induced in the charge itself. This is usually used in furnace for extraction of metal from one core. Melting of metals. This is application of direct induction heating. This require very high frequency supply, so high frequency generator is required. They are classified as core and coreless type induction furnaces. So in this picture we can see that the primary current pass through the magnetic coil and magnetic field will produce, and due to this the conductor will get the eddy current in induction as a induction current. In indirect induction heating, in that the primary and secondary, there are two coils wounded around it. In this, eddy current are induced in the heating elements. Those heating produced by heating element is then transformed to the charge by radiation or convection. So this method, direct induction heating and indirect induction heating. In this, get heated due to eddy current and then heat transfer to the charge by radiation or convection. In direct induction heating method, the charge is directly connected, but in this indirect method, charge heated by the radiation or convection. Secondary winding is metal container. Below part is suited in the oven chamber, which is made up of special alloy which loses its magnetic property and regain when they cool. Operation: when the primary winding is connected to the supply, the eddy current gets induced in the metal container, forming the walls of the oven. Due to eddy currents, metal container gets heated and then transferred to the charge by radiation. Exchange special alloy. Oven reaches its critical temperature, magnetic circuit loses its magnetic property. Due to this, reluctance of the magnetic circuit becomes very high and inductive efforts corresponding decreases. Now the advantage of this method is simple and foolproof method of temperature control. No external temperature control equipments required. Limitation: poor power factor, complicated construction, and a main application of this method is it is used for general heat treatment of metallic and other charges. Thank you.